The arrivals terminal at Misrata airport is just a few months old, but damaged beyond repair. Once a symbol of a forward-looking city, now testimony to its bitter battles. It was where the fight for the city began and where it ended. Adjoining the massive 42-square-kilometre Libyan Air Force base, it became a symbol of oppression and of rebel defiance. Trainer jets stand idle on the tarmac. Overlooking the city and the port, the high ground allowed Gaddafi's firepower to inflict damage and fear.
They hit us with mortars and tanks from here and caused much damage. It was a dangerous position and difficult for us to attack.
From here, shells and anti-aircraft rounds rained down on the city. Piles of ammunition boxes as high as a wall give an idea of just how much. The rebels say that most of the fire was indiscriminate.
If Gaddafi has used all of this ammunition, that means whole Misrata is destroyed.
The domination lasted until NATO struck with devastating effect.
I'm standing in the crater of what was an ammunition depot that was taken out by NATO, and it shows more than anything how devastating the NATO air campaign has been. This was one of 25 ammo dumps that was destroyed in one night. And when this was hit and the equipment around destroyed, it in effect loosened Gaddafi's forces' grip on Misrata and turned the tide in favour of the opposition fighters.
The fires and explosions lasted all night. Around the abandoned positions, unexploded shells still lie on the ground. Near the aircraft hangars, destroyed MiG fighter jets that were such a threat at the beginning of the conflict. These piles of mangled metal are the remains of helicopters that attacked Misrata port just 10 days ago. Allied planes delivered their blows with pinpoint accuracy.
Colonel Gaddafi regime is really not as we were expecting it. We now, definitely there are some from his regime is working with the others.
It was one night of Allied-inflicted carnage that changed the fortunes of this besieged city. The tanks and heavy armour that pummeled the streets are now burned-out shells. All around, the signs of a hurried departure by soldiers who quite literally did not know what hit them. The runway escaped damage, and the aim is to reopen the airport as soon as possible. Along with the seaport, this will give the people of Misrata another means of breaking the siege.
We see it as a big win, victory, big victory, because we have controlled the air. Airplane now can land and go out. We are doing our best to make it as soon as possible.
With the fight now pushed back to the south and the west, people here are finally beginning to feel that Gaddafi's firepower can no longer hurt them. This was a city that stood up to a man considered a tyrant and won. Tony Birtley, Jazeera, Misrata.